is what you want when it comes to roses. All right. So about a year or two ago, my neighbor, who was a snowbird, only comes once in a while, I noticed her trees had a bunch of what we call the little feeder things, you know, the little seeds, they get all over the yard. So I took my Sunjo chainsaw and I walked over and I just trimmed them off for her. Guys, that took me 3 minutes. If I had called a landscaper, he would have charged me $100. And I did it in 3 minutes. And I did every one of those little feeders. It's an extending pole, so it reaches up way, way well over your head, almost 6 feet over your head. I'm already 6 feet. So that's 12 feet of reach. Look at that jack right there. Who's that guy? Anyway, I said earlier when I was promoting it, it's my #1 favorite product. I used to say garden product. It's my favorite thing I've ever bought. Why? It hits on every bell and whistle. So if you need to trim up trees, branches, we had hurricanes last season, and man, I was the king of the neighborhood. I was out there with that chainsaw and I was helping everybody out that I could. You will be able to reach an extra 6 feet over your head. It is not just a pole saw, because you can take the pole out and attach it to the battery trigger, and now it's a handheld chainsaw. There it is, good job. And it'll go through up 5 to 6 inch limbs. So if you want to trim up firewood, if you want to get rid of those branches that are hanging over your driveway from the winter, you could do all of that with a Sunjo battery. The Sunjo battery is $50. You are getting this chainsaw not for $164, $99.95. So for another $49, you are getting the chainsaw and you get the battery. We even give you the oil. There's a little valve on top right there. All you do is open this up like this. This is the only maintenance, all right? And I'll show everybody, we got time. And you take the oil and you pour it in. There's a little window right there that tells you you have enough oil. That lubricates the chain. There is a chain guard, put that back on, right here. That's what protects it from above, all right? This guy will articulate, and I'll show you that in a minute, but here it is as a handheld chainsaw. And all I do is take the battery, lock it in, hit the switch. You can see it moving. That's all I do, all right? You got your little battery charger here that shows you that you got full charge. See the lights? When I want to disconnect it, I take it off. Bobby's being patient. And I attach this to the pole, this to the other end of the pole. Now I have a pole saw. We are doing it comes with a 2-year warranty. We are doing it at $65 off today. Let me introduce you to Bobby, reintroduce you to Bobby. Dude, I get more feedback, compliments, people wanting to borrow it with this tool
than any other one.
This, and like you said, the blower, people love the blower too, and we still have some of those available. This thing is fabulous.
When I saw $99, I thought that's a mistake for the battery and the tool.
And the chainsaw.
This is crazy. So this is one of my go-tos. This is, guys, I think #1 tool, as he has said. Mine is the blower. This is in my top 5. This is a no-brainer because at some point throughout the year in the 4 seasons, you're gonna need to use a chainsaw. And if you're anything like me, first time my father handed me a real chainsaw, I was like very scared, very nervous, very intimidated. This is not that. This is lightweight. It's easy to use. It's non-intimidating, okay? It fits right in the palm of your hand. It's ergonomically designed, and it's by Sunjo. And before I carry on and on about Sunjo, let me put it to the test and just show you a quick demo. So we've got a couple things set out for you today. I'm gonna start with this 2x4. The first thing you're gonna do is put it all the way against it, okay? You have a safety trigger to engage, and then the main key takeaway of how to use our chainsaw, most chainsaws, is you don't need to push. Okay? You're just letting gravity take the cut down. If you missed it, I'll do it again. So you can do the rocking a little bit if you want, or you can just let it, gravity again, gradually take you down. And look how nice and clean and consistent that cut is right there. Now I've got a bigger log up front. I did just a little bit of a pre-cut here. There we go. And this one, I'm not gonna rush. This may take me a second because I'm really pushing the limits of what the saw can do. It's a 5-inch saw, right? So what that means is you can cut anything that's 4.5 inches in diameter or smaller. So this is a pretty thick log right here. Again, I'm just about through it. Wow. Look at that. I'm gonna take a second to show off the measurement too, because I'm proud of that cut, guy. Let's see right there.
Yeah,
Boom.
it's a big one.
4 inches. See it? 4-inch cut right there. Pretty amazing. I got 5 guys looking at me like, did you just do that? Yes, I just did. Thank you very much. They're clapping back
It's
there.
funny because I've used it on 2x4s. Nice. I've used it on logs. I've used it on branches. I've
Yeah.
also used it, like I said, on the high-up palm fronds because it comes with an extender pole.
Yes.
The extender gives you at least an extra
2 feet. Extra 2 feet.
Extra 2 feet.
On top of the
6 foot.
The guy and I are both 6 foot, and you've got a pole here that's 6 foot that you can go to about 8
Look at
feet.
this.
So now I know I'm going out of frame, guys. That's the point. So you can't even see the top of this because that's how tall it is. So that is the reach that you're going to be able to achieve when you put it onto the pole. So a nice, I love the tension lever right there. It kind of comes back, lock it into place. I'll go back here and do a quick demo. Don't forget the head before I go up there. If you're taking a look right here, it pivots, right? So that is really gonna be helpful when you wanna get the right angle. And I'll go over that later again, but look at all those different angles that you can pivot it to. And I got it locked into where I want it. I'm gonna go above my head here, to kind of get it right there. What's nice is all my controls are down here.
Do it again, Bobby.
All right, let me know when you're ready. You ready for it? All right, above my head, boom. And it's
Awesome.
that easy. And here's the thing. We don't want our moms or our dads, our grandparents, even ourselves, getting up on a ladder with a chainsaw. So that is not what we want. It's a huge safety issue, you know? So what we do to solve that is we get a tool that's lightweight that we can pop the head on one end, all of the controls and the power on the other, pop it on a pole, use that extension. Now we get to where we need to be, safe and sound, both feet on the ground, guy.
All right, so here, I'll do a quick demo for you.
Are you gonna do the saw?
Here's a regular saw. Now wait till we get through our footage there. Gives you an idea how big the logs are you can cut. And by the way, you never have to use it as a handheld. If you want to always use it as a pole saw, you can do that. But here we go. I'm gonna try to get this. You kind of have to go this way first.
Careful your hand there, guys. Those things
All
are
right.
wobbly.
So I'm going. And now it's getting stuck because the teeth are stuck. All right,
I don't know. We'll be here all day with that one.
you ready?
We're ready. All right, start. 10, 9, 8. Dude, you did that in 2 seconds. All right, guys throwing up. So you know what he's got there? 230 watts of power right in the tip of your
Ridiculous.
palms. And can I go over and
Easy.
show this one, guy?
Yeah, do what you gotta do.
This is, I don't know who Jimbo left this. This is not what we're doing back here. This is very heavy, way overkill. You wouldn't even barely use this if you even did this for
Well,
your living, for a job, a commercial.
Not only that, Bobby, but
Your gas,
you have a pull start, a choke button. You have to pour oil, a mix of gas and oil in this thing. You have to get gas. It's noisy and it's dangerous. And it weighs probably, it's gotta weigh 30 pounds.
Yeah,
It has to weigh 30 pounds.
Here, I'll throw that one back here
Yeah,
for
yeah,
you.
yeah. Here,
So we
buddy.
don't need this guy, all right? We're gonna get him back out of the way. You don't need gas, okay? So we're gonna get that back out of the way. And you don't need a cord. This is what I love about so many of our Sunjo items is that you're not tied, you're not tethered. And I'll just take a second to